It is time to send you out to Madison Square Garden.
I enjoyed y'all today.
Billis.
Oh, wow.
Our friend Cassidy Hovers.
Cass.
And Ryan Ruocco on the call.
Rooks.
Take it away.
I'm out. Are we clear?
No.
Well, thank you very much, Malika, and welcome to New York at Madison Square Garden tonight. A matchup between the Knicks and the Nuggets as we welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash. Two teams that are in the top four in their respective conferences. The Nuggets currently fourth in the West, the Knicks third in the East. As we welcome you courtside. Hey everybody, Ryan Ruocco alongside Jay Billis. So happy to be with you this Wednesday night for the NBA on ESPN. Jay, the Knicks have won 4 in a row, and of late, their offense has just been incredible.
Well, the Knicks have been on a heater. Last 2 games, they put up 143 points in each game. They're making 17 threes per game over that 2-game stretch. They've got one of the most efficient offenses in the NBA, not just because of Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns and their pick-and-roll prowess. They're all-star starters, but also because they're quote-unquote role players who are having great years. New York's got a lot of weapons out there.
And they put up 145 last time these teams met back in late November. Meanwhile, for the Denver Nuggets, this is a team that had found its footing, had been 12-3 in a 15-game stretch, but over the last 2, they've struggled a bit.
They have struggled, but it's largely been because of defense. But when you've got the best player in the world, Nikola Jokic, who's top 3 in the NBA in scoring, rebounding, and assists, you're a contender for a championship. But their defense has to improve. In their last 2 games, they've been beaten down the floor in transition. They've been giving up the paint, and they've not done a great job on the defensive glass. So you know that Michael Malone wants to see how are they going to respond against New York after those 2 losses.
Well, Michael Malone with Cassidy Hubbard right now.
Thanks, Ryan. Coach, obviously, the Knicks offense is explosive. They're top 5 in paint scoring. So what do you focus on defensively, especially inside?
Yeah, to your point, they are elite offensively. They can score in so many ways. And for me, it always starts in transition. We have to make sure we get back, set our defense, and hopefully that gives you a chance to guard the Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns pick and roll, keep them out of our paint, and then we got to rebound so we can get out and run. Because when we're able to run, obviously, we only had 8 fast break points in our first meeting. When we can run, set the tempo, that's in our favor.
Since Russell Westbrook has entered the starting lineup, him and Nikola Jokic have been the best 2-man lineup in the NBA. What, from your perspective, have you seen from their chemistry that's proven to be successful?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been fun to watch those two kind of take off. I think part of it is Nikola's great. He can play with Jamal Murray. He can play with Aaron Gordon, anybody out there. But I also think it speaks to Russell Westbrook understanding I'm playing with a great player. Let me get him the ball in the areas that he's most effective and allow him to do what he does best, score and facilitate from there.
Thanks for your time, Coach, and good luck.
All right, thank you, Cassidy.
Ryan, back to you.
The Knicks and the Nuggets coming up shortly. The studio crew, led by Malika, will have more courtside on the other side.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by Dash Pass, your door to all things basketball.
He wears more of a grimace than a grin.
Every night we see something new from Nikola Jokic.
His game is no laughing matter. But he is rightfully called the Joker.
Nikola Jokic!
The Joker!
A 3-time MVP who's so good, it's criminal. This city has heroes who fight in a garden of light and life.
Drives and finishes.
Brunson.
It's good. Puts it up. Puts it in. It's pouring it out. Yes! Nikola Jokic.
The Joker comes to Gotham tonight.
Oh, we welcome you to NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm. The Joker does indeed come to Gotham. The matchup tonight between the Knicks and the Nuggets, each team in the top 4 in their respective conferences. As we take a look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by icy hot for the visiting Nuggets. A change in the starting lineup. Aaron Gordon, who's been playing with a minutes restriction since coming back from a calf injury, slides back into the starting lineup. But Russell Westbrook stays in the starting lineup as well. It's Christian Brown who will go to the bench. He will come off the bench for the first time this season. Meanwhile, for the Knicks, this starting five on pace to shatter records when it comes to the collective minutes played. They have been terrific. Brunson, Bridges, Hart, Anunoby, and Karl Anthony Towns. Towns and Brunson both starting for the Eastern Conference this season. The last time the Knicks had multiple all-star starters, we got to go back to 1975 with Walt Clyde Frazier and Earl the Pearl Monroe. These teams met in late November. The Knicks put up 145 on the Nuggets in Denver. It was just the third home game in the last 30 years that the Nuggets had allowed that many points. And as Jay detailed in the open, this is a Knicks team that has put up at least 140 in the last two games. Impressive wins against the Kings and the Grizzlies. Memphis had won 6 in a row.
And the matchup between Nikola Jokic and Karl Anthony Towns will be fascinating to watch. Towns did a great job on him in the playoffs last year when he was with Minnesota, held Jokic to 49% over that series.
Jokic wins the tip, and here we go on a Wednesday night at the Garden.